What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. I'm back again. Story time, yeah. As y'all can see that I'm out and about today. I'm not at home. I'm at a location called Railroad Park. This is a park that's in Birmingham. This is the park I come to a lot when I be exercising, when y'all see me doing them exercise videos, and I be out like you sweating, got on the sweatsuit thing and all that. This is where I be at. But today I wasn't like that. I was out and about in the car, and I was coming past it, and I decided, I said, man, you know what? Man, let me just shoot up here real quick and do this little video, because it's so pretty outside today, you know. And I'm like, I wanted the scenic background. I want y'all, you know, y'all see my little stomping grounds, you know. But anyway, story time. This story was brought about by a conversation me and one of my little partners was having the other day, and he reminded me of it, and I remembered it, and it kind of put me in the mind of remembering. Remember I told y'all the story about how when I was messing with old girl from A. Trey Hoover, and she took me to Compton over Auntie's house to get that sherm, and it was all bad. You know what I'm saying? It went all bad. This was a similar story that took place way before then. This story took place in 1982 when I got out of Hawaii. Got out of Hawaii in 1982, but of course, you know, I thought I was the SHIT, you know. And one day, remember, my mother stayed right there on Vernon and Figueroa, and it was a Ralph's right there, Ralph's grocery store, supermarket. It was a big supermarket chain in LA. And I went over there one day, and I met this female named Cammy. And Cammy was cool. When I got at her, you know what I'm saying, you know, she didn't look like she was, you know, gang related or anything, which she really wasn't. So anyway, I got at her, and so, you know, I did what I usually do. I asked her, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, where you from, huh, girl? She like, I don't bang. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Where you stay at? She said, I stay in Compton. I'm like, Compton? It kind of throwed me, because I'm not thinking, you know, I'm thinking she was going to be in South Central or something, which at that time I didn't know nothing about what no South Central was. But anyway, so when she said where she stayed at, I'm like, all right. For some odd reason, I remember back then I didn't ask her who hood she stayed in. All I did was ask her, you know, where she stayed. But now you got to look, when you go back to 1982, I was so cripped out, I was so banged out back then that it never even dawned on me to cross my mind, you know what I'm saying, that the other side was in Compton, which I knew they was in Compton, but I didn't even trip it. LA was a different type animal back then, y'all, you know. But anyway, so me and her talk. So we exchanged numbers. I went to the little counter, at the little checkout counter. Wasn't no cell phones and all that. Got me a little pencil, little piece of paper. She give me her hookup. She liked what she seen. I liked what I seen. Man, so look, I say about 3 days go by. I called her, and the only reason why it took me that long, because I lost her phone number. But I end up finding her phone number. And the reason why I say I lost it, because I put it in a drawer. Now you gotta look, I don't stay at this house, you know what I'm saying? It's my mama's house. My mom's been put me out. But you know, I come back all the time. So I got little nicks and knacks, little crannies and stuff over there, little stuff that belonged to me, you know? So look, when I finally found the number, I end up calling her. I'm like, shoot, what's up, cuz? So we talking. So I distinctly remember her always, she asked me, why do you always say that? Huh? Why do you always, I'm like, why I always say what? She like, why you always say cuz? And you know how it is back then. You know, I use it a lot now, but I don't use it nowhere near as much as how I used it back then. Every third word was cuz, you know? So it was cool. So I tell her, you know, I let her know, hey, this is how I talk, you know, this is how I raise, you know, it is what it is. So she was like, all right, cool. So, you know, we kicked it, we talked. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, well, you know, can I come over? She was like, yeah, I ain't tripping. So when you gonna come? I'm like, look, I'm gonna come tomorrow. I tried to get a homie to go with me, but I could, at that time, I'd have to give you the demographics of how the set was when I got out 82 I could give you the long, drawn out story, but I'm gonna just give you what it really was. We wasn't doing so good when I got out. You know, I told y'all that story about how when I got out, man, I had to steal my mama gun and go up there and you know what I'm saying, act the fool just to see stuff get back on its feet. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the 3rd Street gang get back right. So eventually, I go tour it. Now I'm gonna tell you how I go tour. At that time, I didn't have a car or nothing like that. I stole my mama's car, man. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the only one. There's a bunch of y'all out there stole your mama car and did all type of stuff. Put work in, or you know, had sex with females, did all type of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Me too. Anyway, I stole mom's car, man. I got me a car right after that though. But anyway, so I end up stealing mom's car, and I go to Compton. So I remember getting lost, cause like I say, at that time I really wasn't that proficient with the ins and outs of Compton. And be honest with you, I'm not real proficient with the ins and outs of Compton right today. You know, not right today. But I'm way better now than what I was in '82. And like in 1982, how old was I? 18 or 19. So you know, I was young. I wasn't even 20 yet. You know. But anyway, so look. I end up getting lost. I had to stop and call from a phone booth. The phone booth was jumping back then, y'all. Phone booth jumping. So I call her. She like, where you at? So I'm looking. I'm telling her I'm on this street and that street. So she like, okay, look, come down this so many more blocks and turn left, turn right. So boom, I try to go down so many more blocks and turn left, turn right. I end up getting lost again. So from there, I had to get out, jump out at a gas station. You know, at that time, every gas station had phone booths. Jumped out at the gas station, jumped on the phone. Boom, I called her. She's like, wait. She said, you right down the street from my house. She said, you can come down a block and turn left. All right, cool. So I go down, turn left, and her house was green with a funny little roof on it. But anyway, so when I get to her house, now look, when I pull up, it wasn't nobody there. It wasn't nobody out there. The street was empty. I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Because it looked nice over here compared to, you know what I'm saying, how it looked in my set. So I'm like, all right, well, cool, you know? So I'm looking around, you know, my antenna's up, but ain't nobody out. Like I say, ain't nobody out. I get out the car, so bang. I go knock on the door. She answered the door. So I'm like, all right, well, cool. So now, when she answered the door, I come in, and I didn't look at back. She closed the door. I'm still facing this way. I'm looking down the hallway. I'm looking at all type of stuff. So wow. Y'all see that? Did y'all see that? 2 girls. So anyway, let me get my okay. That look a little bit better, y'all. Oh shoot, that look better. That's way better. So anyway, I don't look at the door. So I'm looking at the hallway. I'm looking down the hallway. And you know, my mind is like, what's going on? Because it was dark. Anyway, so she like, come on, let's go. We go to my room. I'm like, all right, cool. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm knowing I'm finna hit this. I'm finna do my thug thistle, you know. Old girl was bad, you know what I'm saying? She was just what I like. Red, big titties. It was on, you know what I'm thinking it's finna be on. I'm fresh out too, so you know it's like, all right, cool. We going down the hallway. Now, of course, how all houses was back then, you know what I'm saying? Mama got pictures all up and down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? All over walls. So we going ding 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 ding. I'm walking. I'm looking at the pictures. You know, pictures don't look too bad. I'm like, all right, cool. Family pictures, portraits, all that. You know what I'm saying? Seen a couple of dudes. You know what I'm saying on the picture. I see one dude. I see a picture. At the time, I didn't know it was a prison picture, but he had on the blues. So I didn't really trip on it because he had on the blues. Of course, you know what I'm saying. California Department of Corrections. That's what they wore at that time. You know, they wore blues. So Bing, I go in her room. When I go in her room, it's all made up girly style and this all type of little girly stuff. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Her closet door was closed. So we talking. What we was talking about, don't give me the line. I don't know. For one, I most likely I didn't even care. My thing was I'm trying to hit and get on. She go to the bathroom. She come back. When she come back, she go to her closet to do something with. I don't know what she did, but she opened up her closet door. Hey, what's up? She opened up. She opened up her closet door. When she opened up her closet door, as most girls do, a lot of girls do, she got all. Hold on, that's a train coming, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see it. Okay, y'all seen that? I didn't want to keep doing the video, and the train was doing what it's doing. But anyway, so look, when she opened up her closet, it's all type of pictures in there, all type of pictures. I'm like, shoot, all right. But now, what really caught my attention was I was sitting at the foot of her bed. And when she opened up, I'm looking at the picture. I could see the red in the pictures from a mile away. So I'm looking. I'm like, what? So I bounce off the bed. I'm like, hold up, because she was going to close the closet. I'm like, hold on, let me look at your pictures. You want something like, yeah, let me see your picture. Let me see them. Boom, I'm looking at them. Man, dudes in there, man, throwing up gang signs. I'm talking about red from head to toe. Standing in front of lowriders, red lowriders, and this, that, and the other. So I'm like, who is this? Who is this? She like, oh, that's my father and my brother and some of their homeboys. Oh, whoa, what? She said, this is my father. This is my brother, and that's them and they homeboys. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Where they from? She said they from around here. Around here? I'm like, this blood hood? She said, what do you mean? I said, they bloods over here? She said, they Pyros. I said, wait a minute, hold up, homegirl. Then it dawned on me, I didn't ask her where she stayed. I mean, I did, but I didn't ask her what set she stayed in. So I'm looking at one of the pictures, and what was they was either Hollywood or Lime Hood. It was Hollywood or Lime Hood, something like that. Because I think it had a HHP wrote in a black marker on the bottom of one of them, and they all throwing up Pyro. So I'm like, man, hold on. I say, wait a minute. Where are they? So she said her father was in jail, and her brother gone. I'm like, gone? She said, yeah, he was here not too long ago, but he left with his homies. They went to the store. I said, they went to the store. I'm like, they coming back? She like, yeah. I'm like, oh no, homegirl. I said, I gotta go. She like, huh? I say, I gotta go. I told her, I said, man, I'm from Avalon Crab. Of course, she didn't know what that was. She said, what is that? Now, she knew what a Crip was, but she had never heard of Avalon. She way in Compton. It's 82. I said, I'm from Avalon Crip, man. I said, man, I gotta go. So, man, I bounced that spin. I made that little spin and started heading for the door. So she like, you ain't gotta go. Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, man, listen. It ain't nothing that's super duper exciting that happened with it. You know what I'm saying? Because luckily, I got up out of there. So I told her, I said, no, I can't be here. I said, I sure can't be here when your brother come back and all this and that. I said, nah, it's gonna be a problem. So she was like, no, you and they ain't gonna trip. They ain't gonna trip. You know what I'm saying? You my friend. They ain't gonna trip. I'm like, man, listen, they gon' trip, especially back in '82. Man, banging was at an all-time high. So, make a long story short, I got up out of there. She didn't want me to leave. I was leaving. I wasn't finna stay. I got on up out of there. Man, I jumped in the hoopty. No, but now before I even jumped in the hoopty though, when I left out the house to go get in the car, I'm moving at a high rate of speed. Man. Shoot. Anyway, I'm moving at a high rate of speed. So as I'm going to the car, I'm looking down the street. I see fools down the street now. It never fails. That's how LA is. When I say LA, Compton, Watts, all that. In Southern Cali, where they bang at. Look. You don't never see them going in. You don't never see them when you pull up. You don't never see them when you first get out the car. When you see them is when it's crucial for you to go get back in the car and get the F home. And boy, look at, but now it didn't jump from it though. They wasn't really peeping me, but I peeped them. Needless to say, man, I got back in my mama car and got the F out of there very, very fast. And I was like, man. And that's what one of the things that really, really solidified me questioning females real bad. Cause now my questioning went from, where you from? Either they gonna say where they from or they gonna say they don't bang. They say they don't bang. I'm like, where you stay at? Now, if they stay in an area that I'm not familiar with, it was like, man, who over there? You know what I'm saying? What's that over there? Off the rip, what's that over there? Now, I remember, one time I was messing with a little female named Vicky. Vicky was from 5 Deuce Hoover, but she stayed in 6 Deuce Brim hood. And when I first, I'm like, man, where you stay at? Where she stayed at? She stayed right there in the middle of Brim hood. Where did she stay? Not 100% sure, but she said I stay on what Wham. I'm like, what? No, she talked about now. You can just drop me off on the corner. You can call and I'll be on the corner. That man, bump all that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I messed with her though. But I never. She had to come to me. Which she didn't have a problem with doing, cause she hung in the set every day right there on 53rd Avenue. We was all kicking it. But yeah, man, that's how that was. Getting caught out of pocket, man. It's like that. Anyway, y'all like the scenery? I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all where I'm at. Boom. That's it. That's a full 360 foundation of where I'm at. People be thinking, so that's why I tell you, Birmingham got nice size to it. People be thinking, man, you in the country because they hear the word Alabama. Don't let the word Alabama fool you, homie. Birmingham bigger than a whole lot of places. But anyway, man, in the meantime, between time, man, y'all tell the people you love them. And don't forget, homie, I represent the gangsters. Them Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.
When I fall, then you pop. Don't nobody drop, you better bring it to the block. Then fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it, are you with me? Hey gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Heads up until my days up.